What if I told you that the greatest video game ever made was born in a napkin, in a hallway, or during a train ride? Let's dive into the people who didn't just play games, they created legends. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a tutorial on Unreal Engine and build your dream career in the gaming industry. And don't forget to visit Woolen.com to learn more about the Gaming Creator Accelerator, a lifetime mentorship program designed to give you the methodology to build a successful career in video games, with me at your side. Now, let's get started. The dream that started it all. In the 80s and 90s, kids weren't just dreaming about being rock stars or astronauts anymore. Some were dreaming about fire, flowers, boss battles, and bonus levels. And a few of them, they didn't just play games, they built them. One sketched a character on a paper who would become Mario. Another rewrote the rules of 3D. One turned games into emotional cinema. Another made you rule the world with one button. And one built the very platform you downloaded games on today. These are the 5 titans of game development, and one of them just might be the greatest of all time. But as usual, if I miss one name you want to remember, please share in the comments section. Shigeru Miyamoto, the Joy Maker. Shigeru Miyamoto, the legendary Nintendo creator, is the man behind Super Mario Bros., Zelda, and Donkey Kong. He didn't come from tech, he came from wonder. He wasn't a programmer or a computer scientist. Instead, he studied industrial design and had a strong passion for drawing, storytelling, and exploration. His early inspirations came from childhood adventures like walking through forests and discovering caves near his home in Kyoto. I wonder how many of you come from other, sometimes very different areas. He wanted to recreate the feeling of childhood exploration, and somehow he did. Shigeru Miyamoto is famous for his paper sketch style of design. While there is no single documented napkin moment for Mario, he and his team at Nintendo often sketch gameplays, mechanics, and characters' ideas by hand in the early stages, sometimes on scrap papers during short meetings. The closest example is how the original Donkey Kong and Mario Bros. Characters were roughly conceptualized on whatever paper was available during brainstorming. It reflects his exploration-first mindset. So, while napkin moment is a symbolic phrase, it reflects Miyamoto's real-world design methods. Whether you are 8 or 80, Mario feels right, and Zelda, it's a masterclass in discovery and design. His worlds are not just games, they are memories. John Carmack, the Code King. If Miyamoto is the soul of game design, John Carmack is the mind. He co-created Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein 3D, games that defined what a shooter is. His engines powered the industry, his code made modding mainstream, and his obsession with optimization laid the foundations for online gaming and esports. John Carmack's Doom and Quake weren't born on napkins, but in obsessive code experiments done in shared apartments and night sessions with the ID Software team. And if you use a VR headset, yeah, Carmack's helped make that real too. He played a major role in the development of the modern virtual reality headsets, especially in the early days of the Oculus Rift. In 2012, Carmack got access to an early prototype of the Oculus Rift developed by Palmer Luckey. He was so impressed that he demoed the headset publicly at E3 2012 using a modified version of Doom 3, which became one of the key moments that helped Oculus gain attention and funding. Hideo Kojima, the author. Hideo Kojima doesn't just make games, he creates interactive films. With Metal Gear Solid, he introduced cinematic storytelling, characters with depth, and moments that broke the fourth wall. He's known for creating games that feel like interactive films because of his cinematic storytelling, long and emotional cutscenes, complex characters, and use of filmmaking techniques like dramatic camera angles and pacing. His games, especially the Metal Gear Solid series and Death Stranding, often prioritize narrative depth and philosophical themes over traditional gameplay, making them feel more like a playable movies than a typical game. Kojima has shared in interviews that the core concept of Death Stranding, especially its themes of connection and isolation, came to him during a long train ride across Japan after his departure from Konami. That journey gave him time to reflect on humanity, technology, and communication. By the time he stepped off the train, he had the emotional foundation for Death Stranding. In his game, he blended loneliness, connection, and post-apocalyptic mail delivery into an unforgettable story. You might not always get Kojima, but you can't ignore him. Hold on before we continue. I know it is great to talk about these brilliant and inspiring people, but let's consider your own path in the gaming industry. If you're serious about creating your own games, not just dreaming, but actually making it happen, then listen to this. The Game Creator Accelerator is not just another online course. It's a full program built around your goals and your dream to break into the gaming industry, but also to provide a path to avoid the frustration of where to start, what to learn next, how to promote yourself, how to build connections, and how to not be stressed by the current market conditions. Visit Woolen.com and register right now to schedule a free Zoom session with me. We'll talk one-on-one about where you're stuck right now, where you want to go, and how this proven methodology, the same one that helped me after 3 incredibly stressful years trying to figure it out alone, can give you the clarity and system you need. And here's the truth. This method has worked consistently even when the industry is going through hard times. It's working right now for new developers who are landing jobs, building communities, and getting noticed. Stop wasting time. Visit Woolen.com right now. You could be doing what you love sooner than you think. Back to our list of brilliant developers, we have Sid Meier, the strategy genius. Sid Meier changed games by slowing them down. He shifted the focus from fast-paced to action, thoughtful, strategic decision-making. With games like Civilization, Meier introduced a slower, turn-based experience where players had time to plan, reflect, and build long-term strategies, transforming games into intellectual puzzles rather than tests of reflexes. This approach gave rise to an entire genre of strategy games and proved that deeply engaging gameplay didn't need to be fast or flashy. It just needed to be meaningful. With Civilization, he made turn-based games thrilling. He made story cool. He made just one more turn a global obsession. Sid Meier famously said most of his games' ideas were born from tinkering rather than sudden eureka moments. Civilization, for instance, grew out of experiments with previous strategy games. His brilliance is in systems that are deep but welcoming, and his influence reaches far beyond strategy games. Gabe Newell, the architect. Gabe Newell, co-founder of Valve, didn't just build Half-Life and contributed to the creation of Portal and Left 4 Dead. He built Steam, the platform that changed everything, including how we buy, play, update, and even fund our games. In the early days of Valve, Half-Life evolved inside a makeshift office space with folding tables and tiled hallways. More notably, Portal, which Valve later developed, was inspired by a student project called Narbacular Drop. When Valve hired the student team, much of the early ideas sharing and prototyping happened in their hallways and open spaces, including impromptu brainstorming that helped shape what Portal became. Not exactly a hallway birth, but definitely hallway evolution. In the depths, they thrive thanks to Steam. And Valve's legacy, it's innovation, pure and simple. I'm talking to you now because Valve and Steam exist. So, who's the greatest game developer of all time? Miyamoto made fun universal. Carmack redefined real-time 3D. Kojima pushed games into art. Meier made strategy feel simple. Newell made sure we could all play and publish. The truth is, greatness in games isn't just about one style, it's about the impact. And each of these visionaries changed the world in their own way. But here's what matters most. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't follow someone else's path. They created their own. Who inspired you the most? Tell us in the comments. And remember, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss insights from the world of game creation, how to build your career, and technical tutorials to bring your dreams to life. And if you're ready to become a game creator yourself, even after office hours, even without experience, check out the Game Creator Accelerator at Woolun.com. And be sure to watch our next video on why you should make games in Unreal alone. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and most importantly, keep dreaming big. I'll see you soon, my fellow creators.